Okay, this short segment will cover the remaining application setup buttons. So we'll come over here and click on application setup, and it will open up your pop-up screen. We'll start right at the top left, default style folder. It will default to your program Note4Note player styles directory. This will recursively list the styles that are in that directory. They can be MS styles, CJ files, or appropriate INI files for Microsoft Windows theme or style files. Default media folder. This will default to your Note4Note player directory under media. You can set this to anything you would like to set it to. All this is going to do is when you open up a file, it'll default or open your browser up to that particular folder. As you can see, it'll go here and burrow its way in, dig down, and get to that media file. On the right of the screen, default user, I've already typed in Mark Crum. This is for saving your bookmark lists and your lessons. This actually is a multi-user capable, and it will default to whatever you type it in this case, Mark Crum. Buffer length. This is the amount of time of the file that is buffered or loaded before you actually see it. If you're having any crackling or video jumping, increase the number. You can go from positive 100 to a positive 5,000. I find in the common machines of today, anywhere from 200 to 500 milliseconds is just fine. If you do have a slower machine, you may want to increase that number. Audio delay. I've typed in -160. You can type in anything from a -200 milliseconds to a positive 500 milliseconds. Check out the tutorial on audio delay to see its effects, but I find setting it to 160, -160, is actually probably just about right, and I just have to tweak a little here and there once in a while. Depends on the video file type you're watching. Compact bookmarks is for maintenance on the bookmark lessons database. If you run into trouble with that, or you're creating lessons and deleting lessons quite often, once in a while or occasionally run the compact bookmarks, or if you end up having a problem with it, you can run it, and a lot of times it'll correct those problems. File associations we've already covered. Play on open means when you open a video file, it'll immediately start to play, or it could be an audio file to any media file. Show audio peaks means it will show a graphical representation on the main screen. That's all it is. It just shows them. You could hide them if you'd like. Pause player. Now, this actually means if you have current media running and open the application setup screen or any other pop-up, that the player will pause while you're inside of that pop-up. And the rest of the buttons we've already covered, so that will conclude the application setup tutorials.